So it is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. We have, I don't even know, 4-5 weeks left in the year. And let me mute everybody until we talk about goals. Okay, so this is what I want to do today. This is a time of year when we can set up for January because the whole world knows that January 1st is New Year's resolution day. And I think I read a statistic like, I'm so sorry, my nose, I'm having an issue. Okay. I think I read a statistic like 80-something% of people have some sort of health goal or health resolution when they set their New Year's resolutions. We have the total package. We can help with weight loss, muscle gain, eating healthy, getting, lowering crazy blood work numbers by changing your diet. We can help with stress reduction. We can help with mindset. Like, we are the total package. But people need to know what we have, and they need to know that we're here, and they need to know that what we have works. So what I want to talk about is how do you set yourself up? So there's this kind of, like, when you talk and listen to the top coaches talk, they talk about staying in phase 1, I think it's called, which basically means that no matter where you are in your business, you need to act like you're a brand new coach. And since, we all need to act like that, and maybe you are a brand new coach, or maybe you're restarting your journey as a coach, or maybe you're, somewhere in between, or, maybe you're doing great. We all need to be in that mindset of what does a brand new coach need to do? And we all need to be doing it. And so I want to talk through, like, what can we be doing over the next 4 or 5 weeks to really get people seeing what we're doing, get people excited about what we're doing, and start connecting with people who are going to want to have some sort of help come January 1st. We want to position ourselves to be that person that they come to, and we want them to know that that's what we're here for. But first, goals from last week. So, Amber, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I apologize in advance if we're in like the middle of the call and I start just like losing my shit. We've got the hockey game on.
Oh. Okay.
And I am like the craziest diehard fan. So I'm going to try not to lose my ish. But, get it in there. See? You guys can't even trust me on this call right now. So I might have to put my other head thing on so I can't even hear it. So goals-wise, I have been really, really, really working on my shit this week. I've been posting consistently. I have been doing my messages and my follow-ups. Part of the reason Alana is focusing tonight on this was we had a talk because I got so off of track with my business that I really kind of feels like I'm a new coach again. And I feel like I lost all the traction I had before because I let my business kind of like slide. So this month it's going to be a lot of basically planting the seeds, because a lot of people don't want to spend money in December on this kind of stuff because they're spending it on gifts and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a lot of, planting the seeds, letting people know.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
If we make people believe that what we have is worth it, they will spend any amount of money.
Oh, that's true. I misspeak there. Some people are going to wait. I guess where I'm going with that.
But also, and this is what I found right after Thanksgiving, is like, it was like crickets from like November 1st to Thanksgiving. And then on Black Friday, people are like, here's my wallet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something happens after the holiday, and it's going to happen again after Christmas. If you have a hard time at the beginning of December, remember that after Christmas, people get Christmas money. People start to think, oh my gosh, like, but I'll talk about that later. So you go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally true. And I think what happens with Thanksgiving and Christmas is right after Thanksgiving, people save money in preparation for Black Friday weekend. So that little voice in their head that says, don't spend all your money, is like gone. They're like, hey, I'm locking you in the closet for 3 days. and I'm just going to spend. So we fully expect that weekend. And then after Christmas, you're right. Like, people get Christmas money. They're happy high on gifts and pies, and, you know, they're just a little bit more open to not falling into the, I don't have a lot of money objection. So, but a lot of my,
say sorry, just to not to cut you off again,
you're fine.
But I am. I would love to I want to try and like keep our goals like bam, 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 because I do have a ton I want to talk about tonight.
Because I talk way too much.
You do.
No, you can say
but
it.
I love you. I love it when you talk too much, just not tonight.
Okay. So I did my posting. I've been doing my follow-ups, and I've been working out.
Great. 4 vitals?
Yes, actually.
Great. And then your other one was you're not using your shoulder as an excuse.
And I've been working out.
You're awesome. Okay, Christina.
Success Club 15.
I can't hear you at all for some reason. I mean, you're unmuted, but I can't hear your voice.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, a little bit. You just have to yell or get really close to your speaker.
I don't know why. I didn't hit Success Club 15, but I've been doing the vitals. And then I decided that like I like the 4 is just not for me. Like, I tried to make it work a second time, and it's just like not for me. So I went back to the basics, and I'm just gonna do 21-day fix, because when I did it, like, I didn't even do it right. I was like, oh, I'll just work out 3 days. Oh, this, like, so I didn't even do it right, even though I saw progress. So I'm actually gonna do it right this time. So yeah, I finished Kick-Ass with Mel Robbins, and honestly, like, that book made me realize too much. I mean, it's a good thing because I did need it, but it's just like, because I caught it, so now it's like I have to do something. Well, it's a good thing though, but yeah. So for this week, I'm gonna put it again like as for Success Club 15, and then and my other business one is for consistency to focus, because obviously with Thanksgiving, like, who is away and traveling and this and that, and then over the weekend, like, nobody did anything except for just eat the leftovers and stay in their pajamas. So like I kind of fell into that a little bit. And then for my personal goal, tomorrow I'm finally on like 20 milligrams of the prednisone. So I put for my personal to stop like making excuses as like for the food, and because obviously like shows.
Awesome. You can do it. Prednisone is not who you are.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, fine for the 60 milligram, but like now I'm at 20, so like.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. I want to say really good job setting big goals that scare you to pieces, because it makes you push harder. It does. So great job.
And I wasn't really pushing because of like Thanksgiving, but then like when I was looking how like my reviews were going down on Instagram, I was like, no, I don't like that. So now I'm like,
awesome.
like my brain needs to realize like, okay, this is a legit business. Like, if this is what I'm gonna do, like, because I do see myself like in the future, like 2-3 years on the wake up call stage, like all that stuff, whatever. But it's just like I have to get myself there.
You do.
So,
yeah. Get it. All right, Amber, I apologize. I forgot to get your goals for next week. The same goals.
Okay. Yep.
Got it. Okay. Okie dokie. Hold on. Amber. Same. Okay. And then Amy, your goals were reach out to 4 people, consistent with your posts, and finish lift 4. Oh, hold on. Let me unmute you. Okay, go.
I actually reached out to more than 4 people, which is really cool. And I actually had some really good communications with somebody just today too. So She's looking to change coaches. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll be her coach.
Cool.
Because
And
her
again,
coach isn't even.
ever want to get anybody in a three-way message with me, you're welcome to.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, because her coach just kind of gave up on coaching. So
Perfect.
so we'll see where that goes. Finish lift 4. I have 2 days left. 2 days left of lift 4. I can't believe it. First time ever. I am going to finish a freaking workout program. First time
So
ever.
awesome. So awesome.
So I'm super excited about that.
Very cool. And then your posting, you feel like you were consistent?
Yes.
Good. Love seeing all of these check marks next to people's goals. Okay, what are your goals for this week?
My goals for this week is to continue to reach out to new people and keep in communication with the people I have been talking to. Absolutely finished lift 4 because I only got 2 days left. But personal development is a really big one for me because that is way outside my comfort zone. So I really want to work on personal development and figuring out how awesome I really am.
You are awesome.
Aw, thanks.
Okay, so my goals for last week, I was going to reach out to everybody who I'd invited to the challenge group from this month, to the Black Friday sale, which I did. Also, this was my big scary push goal for the week, was I was going to hit Success Club 10. You guys, I am way past Success Club 10 right now. I was literally at Success Club 2 on my account, Success Club 2 on my husband's account. And right now I'm at Success Club 10 on my account, Success Club 4 on my husband's account. And I still have 3 people who are telling me they're signing up before the end of the week. I'm like, so I did that. Check. My goal to be in bed by 9:30, 3 nights this week. I did that 4 nights, which was unbelievable. And then Saturday night, Garrett was away, so I slept for 9 hours, which is totally unusual for me. My goals for this week are, so Tony have you guys seen the videos of Tony's group or from the team calls where he's talking about the Open 5, Invite 5, the tracking system? Okay, go watch that. It works. That is my goal, is to consistently do that. I bought a brand new $1.50 folder binder notebook, which is going to be my new tracking notebook because I used up my other one. Goal for this week is 6 Success Club points between now and next Tuesday. And then I'm upping my sleep goal to 7 hours of sleep 3 nights this week. Don't laugh. Okay. So, questions, comments before we, I did have a couple. Anything about goals or anything before we move on? Okay. Okay. Couple of things. This Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Team Icon has a call with Shaun T. There's going to be a link in the page. I'm going to be like listening from the parade, but get on it. And I'm sure that there's going to be a recording if you absolutely can't, but I don't know why you would not get on a live call with Shaun T. The second thing is tomorrow night, Tony's he used to do something called like business opportunity calls, where it would be like this 45-minute live video in a private group. And he's moving away to kind of like a more succinct, shorter business opportunity call. And so what this is we reach out to people who we think would be awesome, and we invite them to come and watch Tony. And I don't know where he's going to do it. He might do it in a group. I don't know. I don't know if it's a link. I don't know if it's live. I don't know if it's a Zoom. I'm not sure the format, but he's going to post about it tomorrow in Team Icon. So if you are talking to people who are interested in the coaching opportunity, get them on the call, because we all know what Tony's like. And every day in Team Icon, Tony's doing a challenge that goes along with this Open 5, Invite 5. And the challenge is a post that you do that day. And then that's what you connect with people over, who reach out to you on that post or like that post. So if you haven't been following along in his team page, or if you haven't been getting on his team calls, you need to be, because he's giving you a formula for how to work this business, and he makes a ton of money, and he's very successful, and he's not sleazy and salesy, and he's giving you a formula. So go watch everything. That is your homework. Okay, so what I want to talk about is what we're doing in the next 5 weeks to really step things up. The first thing that I want to talk about is your own fitness journey. People watch you. They don't care about the products as much as they care about you getting results, because they can't connect to products, they can connect to a person. And when they see you being consistent, and they see you every day, and they see you posting your healthy meals, and they see you drinking your shake, and they see you working out, like, you don't have to even talk about it. You just say, you know, you could say something like this, like for me, well, Amy, this is great for you. It's hideous weather. Be like, I'm doing this from home. Hi. I posted about that this morning on my Instagram stories, because there's no way that I would get up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym in terrible weather, but I would certainly roll out of bed and like fall down the stairs to my basement. But it's about you being consistent and you having some sort of transformation between now and the end of the year, so that people will say, I want to work with her because she can do this. And that means that if I work for her, I'm more capable of being successful. And so that goes right along with consistently posting what you're doing, as well as just constantly being a presence on Facebook, so that even when people, or Instagram, even when people don't see your fitness posts, they're still seeing your posts. And when they see you, they think fitness, because they know that that's what you do. So when I talked at the beginning of the call about like staying in phase 1 and like what you need to do as a brand new coach, there are a couple of things that we all should be doing all the time. This is working for me. This is really working. Like, I have up and down months, but overall, this is working so much better than what I was doing before, which was not doing this. So the more people that you have in your social media network, the more people are going to see your posts. It's just numbers right now. You need to grow your network, because the more people who see you, the more people you might have the opportunity to help. So thing number 1 is continue to grow your network. There are a couple of ways to do that. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, you guys, I didn't post the team calls from like weeks. Okay. Tonight or this week, I swear to you, I will post team calls, and I will also share the YouTube channel link so that you can subscribe, so that you can go back and see what the team calls were. There's ones about connecting, there's ones about inviting, there's ones about all of these different things that are working really, really well for me. So make sure that you're growing your network, because when you're adding people, most people this month are going to be sitting on their couch eating pie and or drinking too many Christmas martinis, and they're going to see you doing your thing, and they're going to say, wow, she's different than everybody else right now. When you make new friends, interact on their pages. Every time you interact on their page, it puts your posts at the top of their newsfeed, because Facebook algorithms say, oh, they're friends, they want to see each other's posts. So when you interact on their page, they're going to see your posts. When they interact on your page, respond to their posts. Like, reply, don't just comment underneath their posts, but actually like reply to their post, because that in itself is an algorithm. Start new conversations about nothing fitness related with people. I typically send out a message, like most of my people are moms, probably from some moms group that I've been added to or that I'm in. So my thing is, we're in a bunch of groups together, or we have a bunch of the same friends. Are we in a group together? Maybe, I don't know. And then I say, you know, I have a 3-year-old son. And then like, I'm sure I go to their page first, and I look at their page and see like what kind of family they have. So I'm not like saying, well, how old are your kids when they have no kids? And then I ask them a question so that they respond. Or I reference some post that they did, like whatever it happens to be. And I just start a conversation. That's all I do. I just say, hey, how are you? And see if we can start a conversation that develops some sort of common ground. My most common thing that I've been asking people now is if they have kids like around Carrot's age, I'm like, how are you liking this age? Because most of the time it's like drama. So that's a question that I've been asking. Tony talks about this all the time. Our job is to find people, to inspire people, and to invite people. And that is a perfect formula because that covers all the things that we do. It ties right into the vital behaviors. It ties right into staying in phase 1 of growing your network, connecting with people, inviting people. And that's like that formula of find, inspire, invite. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do every day. That's what we have to be doing multiple times a day. Don't let your excuses get the better of you. And Tony talked about this. I'm sorry. Tony talked about this last night on this team call is don't, what did he say? I didn't even write it down. Embrace the challenge is something that he said, but he also talked about, sorry, Amber, let me read your comment. Oh, letting your excuses get the better of you? Yes, that's probably what you mean. Is that what you mean? Letting your excuses get the better of you? It happens to you all the time? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do too. I'm not at my best all the time. I have very high expectations of myself, but we all have a life. We all have something going on in our life. I have had the most painful feet for the last year and a half. I worked through 80-day obsession with these feet. I worked through Lift 4. You just do it. Just, make the modifications and do it. I'm, on and off dealing with some seasonal depression. I still work through it and I still do it. If you want this bad enough, just do it. Like, it's hard. Like, when I was a brand new coach, I would listen to the National Wake Up Call all the time. And I would hear these coaches and, they'd talk to Jeff Hill and Jeff Hill would be like, what was that moment when, your coaching career really took off? And all of them say, I just did it. And, that can mean different things to different people. But for a lot of people, that means they took the action. They did the things that they were told to do by other coaches who were successful. And they stopped letting their mind get in their way and they stopped letting their mindset derail them. Like if you want to do this, don't let your injury set you on the couch. Work around it. Don't let the fact that you feel like you have no time set you back, because there are time saving and prioritizing techniques that we can learn from. Like, forget everything except for doing one or two things, like connecting, starting new conversations, and inviting. Those are 3 things that if you cut out everything else and you just did those things religiously, you would be successful. Do not let, E. coli lettuce, Amber's post today, derail you from starting your, new diet or your new meal plan. Like, the world is going to throw stuff at you. There are so many excuses out there. And we just have to not let ourselves fall into the trap of letting something from the outside influence who we are and who we want to be on the inside. We need to be who we want to be and just forget about the rest of everything, because none of it matters if it's not what we want. I listen to this book all the time. I don't know how many times I've listened to it now. It's probably been 3 or 4 times. It's called 6 Months to Six Figures. And the author is Peter Voogd, Voogd. And I just finished it again today. And he said, Do you want to be living an exceptional life on your terms with financial freedom and flexibility, or do you want to be helping build somebody else's? Because if we're not actively being a driver in our own success, then we're going to be working forever for somebody else, working towards their dream and their goal. And how much do they care about our dreams and our goals? Not very much. So if we want what we want, we have to take charge of that. And that's our responsibility, to take charge of that. Okay. I'm like literally going down the list and it's kind of all over the place. So we talked about growing your network, interacting on people's pages, starting new conversations. And then the next thing is, like, after we find these people and start inspiring them, inviting them, they're going to tell us no, and that's normal and that's fine. Not everybody's ready. Not everybody wants to work out in December, and that's fine. Keep following up. Some more statistics that I've heard about, like basically like in the sales profession as a whole, it takes the average person 5 encounters to say yes to something. And the average salesperson stops after 2. And even more so beyond that, it takes between 7 and 9 times for 80% of people to actually buy something once they're exposed to it. So I think it's like 50% of people say yes and agree that they want to do something after 5, but 80 to 90%, it takes 8 or 9 exposures to it. So if you think about, like, this is all like sales statistics, but if you think of the average salesperson who only asks twice or only, presents something twice to somebody, they are not going to make it. But the people who repeatedly present people with the same opportunity again and again and again with different information, not in a force it down your throat kind of a way, but just all you're doing is just offering an opportunity for somebody.
Can I interrupt for just 2 seconds?
Yes,
It kind of, if you think about it, even with like big companies that do all kinds of advertising and stuff, you will hear people all the time say, you know what, I've really been thinking about trying that Instapot. I keep seeing it on Facebook. I keep seeing posts, and if you think about how many times you look at something on the internet before you actually go out of your way to purchase it, it's quite a freaking bit. I mean, it's very rare that you see something and the first time you look at it, you're like, I have to have that now. So we're no different in that respect.
Since we're paused, everybody take a picture, okay? Photo for Instagram or whatever. Okay, come on, computer. Yay. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Hopefully. There we go. Everybody looks awesome. You guys are great. Okay. Yes, that's totally true. Like we all need to be exposed to things a million times before we decide we want to buy something. And it happens all the time. Like my coach, I literally talked to my coach for 10 minutes about this before I finally signed up. I'm sure I drove her crazy. Okay. But she did. She followed up. She followed up like once a month. She's just like, hey, here's, this is happening. You're awesome. Okay, so follow up. So I talked about, like, in Tony's Open 5, Invite 5, in Team Icon, he does like a challenge post every day, which is do that post and then follow up with the people who interact on your post. So make sure that you have posts that people can interact with. Make sure that you're posting on social media. Make sure that you have something health, fitness, lifestyle related every day. Whether it's your meal, like I did one last night that was like, here's my dinner, and it was a great healthy meal, and I was like, breakfast for dinner, and I put hot sauce on my avocado toast so Garrett doesn't eat it all. So I was like, is this terrible or not? And people see that I'm eating healthy. That's all it has to be. It doesn't have to be like, look at me, here's my pretty healthy meal, I'm so healthy. Make it fun. It doesn't have to be icky. So then when you make those posts, the people who like those posts, the people who comment on those posts, reach out to them. You can just, it took me a long time to like work up the guts to reach out to people who liked posts, because I feel like it's really easy for people just to click like, and they don't expect you to reach back out to them. But I've started some great conversations with people who say, I've been watching what you're doing for a long time. Or, I'll just say something like, hey, I saw you like my post. Like, do you love avocado toast too? Like, who doesn't love avocado toast? So it'll just be something related to the post. Maybe not. I don't know. Like, figure out it. It's hard to, it is hard. Like, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And again, like, if you have your dreams and you have your goals and you want to be the one who makes those decisions in your life, like, you're not going to let something like a little bit of fear of reaching out to somebody who likes your post, who obviously interacted with you anyway, who obviously thinks that what you're doing is pretty cool. I'm so sorry. I just realized you can see my recycling here. Whatever. But, make sure that you are connecting with the people who interact with your posts, because again, like, not only does that give you a good conversation starter, but the same sort of deal, it works on the Facebook algorithm, where anytime you interact with somebody and they interact with you, Facebook says, these people must be friends. We should really show them more of each other's posts. The next thing is, when you get into a conversation with people, invite them to a free group. You don't have to sell them anything. All you're doing is inviting them to join you doing something that's going to be fun and free. I mean, those are things that people love, is something fun and something free. And we have a great opportunity. So why not get as many people in it as we can? That is our goal, is like, invite them to a free thing first. And then I shared this on Tony's team call last night, and I think it blew a lot of people's minds. What I do when I have new people in my group is I say to them, I don't even ask them if they want a free trial. I say, when you're in this group, you get a 14-day free trial of a workout membership. What is your email? I do not ask them if they want to do it or not. I just tell them they get it, and I ask for their email. And if they want to sign up, great. After I send them the link, they have the option not to. But a lot of times when you give people the choice, they overthink things. And this is a free thing. This isn't weird or salesy, because they have the opportunity to not click on the link, to not whatever, but you're giving them something free, which people love, not to mention, like, we all know how amazing it is. So just tell them that they get a 14-day free trial. That's all you have to say. And if they send you their email, great. If not, great. That's their choice. But a lot of people, like, I have a ton of people who are like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. And they're really excited, and they get all like in a tizzy over it, and it's great. So just to recap, because we only have a couple minutes, coming to the end of the year, the most important thing is that people see you, they see you working hard, they see you getting results, they see you being awesome, and they see, like, when they see you being awesome, they want to associate with somebody who is awesome, because by association, that makes them awesome. So make sure that you are being your best version of your best self and putting that out there for the world to see. And that's how you inspire people. You connect with them, you inspire them, and then you invite them in, and then they can have their own life-altering transformation like we have all had with these products. Constantly be in phase 1, which means grow your network, interact with people, start new conversations. The other thing, really just super quick, that works really well is if you just go through your friends list and just like start at the top and just kind of work through your friends list, go to people's pages, because there's probably so many people on your friends list that you don't even remember are on there. You don't know who they are, where they're from. You don't remember, maybe you forgot that they're on your friends list. Go to their page, comment on one of their photos. It's really easy. That's a really great way, again, start getting your posts in their newsfeed so that they see what you're doing. And then just, start new conversations. It's, not about Beachbody, just about life, just about how have you been? We haven't talked in a long time. See what they're up to. And then don't let fear or excuses stop you. Fear and excuses are normal. Fear is very healthy, but it has no place when we are trying to do something for our lives and for ourselves and for our families. We can work through it. And it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that when we feel fear, we are pushing ourselves and we know that we're on the right path. Does that make sense? Okay. I think I covered everything because we have less than a minute. Any questions? Okay. Hope you guys are really, really excited about this last couple of weeks because we can do big things in a couple of weeks. Like, it doesn't matter where you are now, you have the potential to do a lot in the next couple of weeks. My husband has a question, which is probably when am I coming to bed? Okay. Yes, it's time for bed. All right, you guys. I hope you have an awesome night. And see you all bright and early. Groups. Everybody has a group. Everybody good? Okay. Go kick butt. Bye.